let's make sure this is over here, pretty close, so I don't get super quiet on everybody, as we tend to be sometimes. Alright, what face should we make today? We're gonna be Squiggly Mark's face. It looks sad. It can be surprised face. I'm sure it's a symbol that looked like tired. Like they were just tired, because that would be really relatable. We can have a cup. I like the martini glass from yesterday. They're just gonna do that again. That looks almost dejected though. Like you need like a letter that's like a D, but like rotated. We don't have one of those. Alright, let's go. So all locations, hard, preset. Unreleased version 0.6D. Though I haven't updated the name there, I realize I gotta do that. Hold on. Let me do that before we start, because I will forget to do that before I release it, and then I'll have to do it again anyway. Wow! Nope, wrong file. Wow, there it is. I'm not gonna fix this. I'm not gonna create a new seed or anything. But there we go. Now that'll work. Okay, cool. Whew. And go. What? Okay. There. It's not like the timing is ultra important, so it's mostly there for us to get good averages on how long it takes to do certain types of seeds. Oh, hi, gremlins, and we have explosives apparently. Oh, we're just murdering them. Okay. What a start. Oh, hey, with the moon, we have one moonstone. We started with a moonstone. We started with the moonstone of Valor. And that is it. Pretty terrible armor. Alright, first off, I'm gonna talk to Nice Tool. They'll teach us about the book. Hi, Anthony now. I'm doing alright. I'm really warm again today, as usual. Infinite hotness here. Yellow potion, alright, sure. Give me the yellow potion. I don't want the grapes, I want the key. Get the hint. Thank you for the good luck. Thank you. Gold, mace, leatherhelm, nightshade, cheese, garlic, oil. Nothing super great here yet. Oh gosh. Gold, torch, leather boot, torch, ginseng dagger, blood moss milk, sulfuric ash, leather armor, yellow. 10 of each reagent. Hi, Lord Root. Hello, hello. Spell and oil. Oh, we got one of the spells. That's pretty good. Don't know which spell yet, but we'll check that out in a moment. It's hecka warm. But otherwise, hopefully we fixed all the bugs and we'll have a good release for this. We'll see. We will see. Yep, that was exactly what it was. We got the unlock spell already, holy heck. Alright. But we don't have the spell book, obviously, so... Alright, so first off, let's move the bag up here, and then put all the reagents in the bag that we got. Alright, and then I'm gonna give the potions to YOLO, the equipment to Dupre. I'm gonna wear the armor, obviously. I'm gonna use this club because it's better than this. I'm gonna use this mace because it's better than this club. The rings are useless, so. Give those to Dupre. Give that to YOLO. Give that to YOLO. Give that to YOLO. Oh no. Give that to YOLO. Move that into the bag. Give this to Shamino. And now use key B, I think. And we gotta get the other hint. Oh, that's cool, by Lord Reap. That's super rad. It'll be really interesting to see what happens with that Kerbal Space Program. Kerbal Space Program. Kerbal Space Program. Kerbal Space Program Randomizer. KSPR. Gold Nugget. Blue Potion. I'm curious what our talk about logic's going to be, because I don't think the logic I use here is going to be anything close to what you need for what you're doing anyway, so maybe it'll be similar, but my guess is it's going to be quite different. Alright, talk to Ariana. I'm going to take the more efficient route today. I was taking a pretty poor route yesterday. Hey Yuki. Mutton. No, I don't really do anything that's milestone related. Everything I do is really more about, oh, I can't think when Yuki's crying like that. Yuki. Everything is more related to just gating things. So like, I don't have anything that's like you have to hit a milestone. It's more like these items can't be gotten unless you have these items. Maybe that's what you're talking about, but sell the oil, leather helm, daggers, and nothing. Alright, go in here. Buy. Oh, we don't have a lot of money, but it's okay. Oh, see, here's the problem: is we want to buy a boat before we do anything. So, bully the shopkeeper time. Nope, just gold. Yeah, don't really check your progress by any means. Ooh. Moonstone of Honor is 3 floors underground. It's more just like every piece of item, every item individually has a list of restrictions applied to it. So like the item location, well, I guess each location has restrictions applied to it. So the item location for the Vortex Cube, for instance, requires both requires the Dispel Field spell and the Unlock spell, I believe. So in that case, anything that's put there needs to not be, well, it can't be the Dispel Field, the spell book, or the unlock spell. However, I also have to do a check there where it's like, if it's a... oh gosh, this is not good. If it's... let's say it's going to put an item there like map, one of the map pieces, and the unlock spell is unlocked behind the map pieces somehow. Well, in that case, then when I place the unlock spell, it would then flag everything that when I place the unlock spell with where the map piece was, for instance, then the map pieces would all get flagged with the rule that they can't be placed where things that require the unlock spell would be. That's what I was trying to say. Like, so it just does a back recursion on all the restrictions to make sure that nothing bad will happen. These things are super easy to kill, so I'm not worried. Kind of regular gremlins here. Yeah, I know KSP, so... well, I played KSP. I can't say I'm an expert at it by any means, but I've definitely played it. We haven't gotten anything good yet, really. I mean, we got the unlock spell, but I'm gonna go get us some other items from the bottom of this dungeon. I guess we'll fight some gremlins along the way. Yeah, so I'm not sure how much my logic is going to be super useful for you on that, because it is very based on this. Yes, I mean, the code defines exactly which items they can steal, and it's a list of different food items. I can't remember the exact list, but there's a list of food items. They can only steal food, and it's a list of food they can steal from. Apparently it's a bunch of chops. They only have chops. No, what? Well, might as well give that to Dupre now, but that's not what I wanted. Did I not read either of the hints that we got from the king, by the way? I don't think we did. So let's read them. Moonstone of Sacrifice is in place of love. And Rune of Humility is on a pedestal. Alright, we're done here. Let's go. Oops. I don't know why I always go to that side for this ladder, and it's on the left side. I think it's because I'm always thinking of this room where it's on the right side. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, it's further over. And here we go again. But yeah, basically the way this works is anytime it goes to place an item, first off it checks. So I have a list of every location that gets randomized and a list of every item that gets randomized. So those are both two lists of things that get shuffled. However, the list of locations, because they have restrictions, are sorted. So they're first split into two lists of unrestricted locations and restricted locations. I then randomize each of those and then concoct one super list where the restricted locations randomized appear at the beginning of the list, and the unrestricted locations appear at the end of the list. And the reason that is for is to try and force it to place in all the restricted locations first. Not in any particular order, just to make sure that we get rid of all the chances that something can't be placed somewhere as early as possible. Early outs, obviously. So then, and that'll help fix any problems around, like, we get near the end of the list and it's trying to place stuff that it can't in heavily restricted areas and that sort of thing. So we just get that out of the way first. Then anytime it places an object, gosh, this is really loud in my ears today. Anytime it places something, it goes to first check, well, A, is this thing allowed here, obviously? Is it restricted here? And then it also says, garbage text may require sailing or flying. It does not say that, but like, garbage text may require sailing or flying. I'm gonna give this to Dupre and these to Dupre, all but. I want to give all but. Just give all of them. Actually, this is super useful too, so give this to Dupre and that to Dupre. Okay. But yeah, then the next thing I do is when it goes to place something, if that item can restrict things, so if that thing can cause restrictions, well, so the way I determine that is when I place an item, I go through all the other locations and check, are any of these locations restricted by this item? And then if that's true, I make sure that any restrictions that are on the location that we're looking at... Oh, this is bad. Oh, no. This is super bad because I would like to keep my boat, but... Okay. So what happens is it looks through other places to find, are there places that are restricted by this item, and then takes the restrictions from... Oh, I stole that gold. That was really stupid. That's what happens when I'm talking and I do this. It's really hard to, like, talk about super complicated stuff while doing this, because I have to think through my code step by step. And now we're all poisoned, which is lovely. We do have this. Who is poisoned? Is it just me? Okay. Anyway, so it then copies the restrictions from the place it got placed, if it was legal, to all the locations that also were restricted by item. So, you know, let's say we're placing somewhere and we're placing the place we're placing in has a restriction that this location here has the restriction of unlock spell, and then we go through all places that but the item we're placing is the dispel field spell, so we go through all places that can be blocked by the dispel field and then apply the unlock spell requirement to them. So. Alright, you have your thing. You do. Nice. And that works too. Good. Alright, so we're gonna buy a bunch of this. And a bunch of this. And then as much of this as we can, which is only 10. Yeah, like I said, my logic probably doesn't work for what you're doing because I'm effectively doing something different, like, overall, so it wouldn't surprise me if this wasn't very applicable to what you're actually doing. But yeah, that's how it works at a core level. There's a little bit more to it, but that's like the the root basis of it. There are a lot of, like, there's two categories of restrictions too. There's restrictions where an item can't be placed here because it's blocking something, or maybe it's unlocked by that thing. And then there's restrictions based on it literally can't physically be put there for other reasons. Like, so there's two classifications of restrictions, but for the most part it doesn't really change anything. These dragons have been following me since Skybray. Alright, what's in Spider Cave? Hope it's nothing nasty. Guess we'll find out soon. It's map number 9. Wow, we really have gotten nothing checked off our list here, huh? We've gotten one item on the whole list. Sulfuric ash, nice. Small sulfuric ash just laying around. That's pretty helpful. Mages. Green gold. Nugget dagger. And gosh, just standing there. Just the mage just standing there. A helmet. More sulfuric ash. Spear, sword, oil. Nothing. Or sulfuric ash. Sulfuric ash is super useful, so I'm gonna take every bet I can get. It's the it's apparently the cave of standing mages. It's a little kind of creepy, actually. Just these creepy mages standing around. Plan on randomizing part stats. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have different methods for how I do randomization of different things, too. Like, I don't do pure randomization of anything, because I generally find that... Oh, gosh, what? I generally find that pure randomization oftentimes just leads to chaos and not funness. Rune of Compassion is in a place of love. So... I'll give an example of that. So when I start the game, you'll probably notice that I'm just gonna get everything here. When we start the game, you'll probably notice that we have a sort of set of armor on us, and that's because I've got one randomization mode that lets you basically randomize your armor. And if you chaotically randomize your armor, which I have an actual option for, then you will end up with a lot of armor stuff that just is really weird. Like, you might spawn with leather boots and a spear in your hand, and another player will spawn with, like, a t-shirt and a shield or something. And everything just feels really weird. Like, it just feels like chaos. Oops, I don't have enough money. I think killing this noble will get us some money. I need some money. Are you killable? Oh, you don't want anything to do with this? Alright. Then I'll go sell something. So, what I do instead is I handcrafted a bunch of random pools that could, like, contain items. So, yeah, I'm just gonna sell. Not that. That might actually be useful. That's not useful. This is not useful. So we'll sell all that. So basically, when you randomize, instead of choosing chaotic, which you can do, but I don't recommend it, I usually randomize with something like this mode has something called low tier armor mode. And what that does is there's Yuki, there's like sets of armor that I pre-crafted. So basically there's tiers, so I have low, mid, high, rare, a couple other tiers, and then it'll randomly pick one of those depending on your settings. So in this particular case we only pick from one, which is low tier. But then when it chooses low tier, it then randomly picks from a set, and a set of armor is something like, here, it's not just like an item with, it's not just like leather armor, leather helmet, leather boots. The way I set it up is that there is a random helmet from a group of helmets that I pre-select, a random armor from a group of armor, random sword, shield, everything's like pre-crafted. In fact, it's set into armor sets and weapon sets separately. And then so it might pick set number 1, and set number 1 would then have a few items that are randomized inside of that. No, there are no weights on them inside. But then a leather helmet might appear in several sets, but it's not guaranteed to be always with certain pieces of armor. So like you might get a leather chest and a leather armor because of luck, but it's not guaranteed to be that way. But basically it's just me handcrafting a bunch of individual stuff to make sure that like the pools it's randomizing from make reasonable sets of armor that are actually interesting, and I totally forgot to actually get the jailer first. So like set 1 might be a cloth shirt, leather armor, and the ring mail as options, and then it might also include leather or like leather helmet, the brass helmet, no helmet. There's a bunch of things like that, and there's a bunch of those sets have pre-crafted. Let's see, spell of unlock is in near castle. Thanks, buddy. I have the guild bell now. So what that does, though, is it sounds like, oh, that would be restricted, but it's not. I did the calculation, and it's some trillions upon... It's some ultraly dumb, stupid high number that no one will ever, who plays this game, will ever see the same set of armor. Like, groupings at all. Like, it's just not gonna happen. But it does mean that the sets are actually, like, reasonable. So they don't feel random. Like, that's one of my ultimate goals when making the randomizer, is to make it feel crafted. I call it crafted randomization. Because to me it's super important that the outcome feels like a game. Doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, because you are randomizing things, especially with some of the stuff we're dealing with here. But it definitely is a more crafted than not in that case. So do any balancing. So if you started with great gear, it might compensate by making... No. That's all up to you. You choose that stuff. You as a user choose if you want hard enemies or not. That has nothing to do with... I make no attempts to assume that you want me to balance anything. There are different difficulty settings for every last individual thing, so... You a slingshot. What is our armor anyway? Yeah, I guess I should have kept some of that leather armor, but that's fine. It would be really weird for me to assume that you wanted harder enemies because you started with different gear. I can't make that assumption. That's not correct. Like, I give you the option to choose, like, hard enemies, easy enemies. You can choose hard health, you can choose hard damage, you can choose like easy health, you can choose easy damage, you can set their stats easy or hard all separately, so you can have like hard health with easy damage, like, but medium stats. Moonstone of Spirituality is in a sacred place. and you could start with super awesome gear or not. Because I don't want to make the assumption you chose awesome gear, so therefore, to be randomized, so therefore you wanted harder enemies, because that's not necessarily true. You may wanted awesome gear because you wanted to fight, you wanted to be on easy street and play with easy enemies. Well, I have that though. I have presets. So when you start, you can choose any settings you want, but I also have 9 presets you can choose from. You can choose overworld locations only, easy, medium, or hard, and that'll just set a bunch of settings for you, and then you can do whatever you want with it at that point. But it does have some settings. Or you could choose all locations, which I'm playing, easy, medium, hard, and I'm playing all locations hard currently as a preset. And that just comes with whatever settings I had pre-selected there. But again, you can make any modifications you want at that point. But that's just like presets that check a bunch of boxes, and there's like 9 of those. And there's also underworld, easy, medium, hard. But that has nothing to do with, like, you selected this option, so therefore I'm forcing these other options on you, because that's absolutely not what I'd want to do. Ooh, Guild Belt early is interesting, because that means the pirate stuff is all in play now. And that's true there with Dialogue, with, for instance, Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time has, like, presets, but there's a couple of the... You can, like, select something like the tournament mode or something, which I like to play with, but then turn off things like, well, I'm not actually... I don't really enjoy doing the archery game or something, so just turn it off. Like, so it presets a bunch of stuff that's tournament mode, and then I can just remove the archery game, because I don't like it. Wait, how far south does this go? I know this place isn't an ocean. Just keeps going. Yeah, Galler, it's got a different collision for the SNES version. If a tile touches water, it doesn't have collision for boats. Well, skiffs specifically. It does have the collision for the ships. So for these, you can just cut right through them because both sides of the tiles touch water. It's just an optimization for the for the SNES version because it's too expensive to do pixel perfect collision or anything. It's kind of nice, actually. I mean, it looks a little silly, but it's actually quite efficient, like, in terms of it doesn't feel like you get stuck everywhere. Map 1. There's our first actual map piece. Map 9 doesn't count because it's not used for any quest items. There's 9 pieces of a map, but in the main game you get the first 8, and then they give you the 9th after you've gotten the other 8. But the 9th just shows you where, like, the treasure is. But we know where the treasure is because that's not moved. It's just a hole in the ground that leads. It's a dungeon, basically. It's the entrance to a dungeon. So due to that, what we're really randomizing here is the other 8 pieces, which give you the 9th piece. But in this case, they're not going to give me the 9th piece, they're going to give me something else. So piece number 9, which is the first map piece we got, is a totally useless item in Randomizer. It just takes up inventory space. So yeah, a lot of my randomization is around the concept of trying to randomize things and make there be a ton of options and lots of randomization. However, that it's... Oh, I stole the gold again. I can't believe I stole twice. My brain was just auto-take it. So it's like super... Lots of options, lots of randomization, but there is a kind of craftedness to it. So it doesn't feel totally random, even though nobody will ever play the same game. If key sanity is something this runner does, there is no such thing as key. I don't understand what that means. There's like a total of like 9 keys in this game, of which 3 are useful. Like, so I'm not sure. In fact, I'd say only 1 is actually even needed at all. 2. Maybe. You could argue 2. But only 1 is actually needed. So I'm not certain what you mean by key sanity for this. There's not enough keys to make it worth doing anything there for. The only key you need at all is the key from Lord British to get out of the castle. Every other door can be blown open by an explosive. So, really, you get 1 key, and then we get the 2nd key in Lord British's bedroom because it's convenient to open the bedroom and get the hint there. But otherwise, it's not particularly... Outside of that, we just blow open every other door. Every other door is just exploded. I guess Selganor's not going to be here now, huh? Yeah, and plus there's just not enough keys to make it interesting. Like, it wouldn't even be special logic at that point. It would just be the exact same logic as, like I said earlier, for like unlock spell and dispel field spell. It would just be like, this item is blocked by this item. Key X. But there's 1 item in the game that's blocked behind a key 2. 3 I can think of. Intrinsic Mayor Hall. I guess each key does have there's but yeah, since you can blow the doors open, it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, now I can talk to Gweno. So you have Intrinsic Mayor Hall, you have the bottom of Stonegate, you have the Honesty Rune Tomb, and you have the new wine cellar item for the Sherry Odd Cheese chest. No. I don't think there's any other keys that are required. The only other keys you have is like the keys to the jailer area, which just give you hints. The keys to Lord British's bedroom gives you a hint. The key out of Lord British's castle, which is required. What other keys exist in the game? It's not really that many. There's a couple of keys, like, in Serpent's Hold to open, like, rooms, but they don't actually give you anything they're not rooms with items. So, I mean, they're not rooms with chests or anything. And then there's a key in... Oh, hey. Jalom. That does something similar. It opens a room that doesn't really do you much good. Great, this is no good. It's just like another, it's like an item there too. Most of the other keys just unlock practically just junk stuff. They don't give you anything crucial. Whoa, crossbow wisp. Still being chased by those ghosts. Alright, to Sinral we go. Why is that odd about Sinral? Do we have we have almost nothing. I'm so shocked by like the serious lack of items we've gotten so far. Moon Orb is on an island. Well, that's useful. That means it's on the overworld. Moon Orb is on an island. Well, we better get on our ship and start sailing. But it could be locked behind a chest, so it doesn't help us too much. Oh, his name is Sin, bro. I see. I was so confused. I was like, what does that have to do? What does like Sin have to do with anything? I don't know enough Gargish to actually. I know they have a full language, but I never learned it, so don't really know enough Gargish to be able to decipher the gargoyle stuff. I did see a cow in there. It's Cow Cave. I'm gonna put on the torch here so we can see what we're doing. Oh. Maybe they adapted the Gargos mythos to, like, contain that too, though. Potion of White. I do need an extra pair of swamp boots, so thank you for that. I'm gonna take these grapes and this leather armor, which actually is going to be useful because we have a couple people who don't have good armor right now. So let's equip that. So that goes to Dupre. And who is missing a leather helmet? You are missing a leather helmet. So that goes to YOLO, and that goes to YOLO. And then we can drop those shoes. And that can go to YOLO. Yep. Nice. Now everybody has at least leather armor. We've all upgraded to the next level. I'm gonna take some of these nightshades to you. Oops. Why did I walk past this path? And the cow threw me off. Also went too far this way again. I actually started looking at doing a randomizer for the PC version of this. That's going to be so much work. I have to basically build a decompiler, recompiler for the code. And I'm not super keen on it, so I just haven't bothered to start. Dagger. Crossbow. You know, a crossbow might be useful. Gold nuggets could be useful. Leather helmet would also be useful. Oh no, everybody's got leather helmets. That's not going to be useful at all. Alright, well I can give that to you, and that to you. And that was that. That was a very boring cave. That cave was horribly dull. Like, horribly dull. It'd be interesting, Landlord Root, because I know basically what I'd want to do to randomize everything, obviously. So, that's not a problem. Like, that part's solved. It's more, just opening up the data and doing it on the... Which I think was all done in code there. I think it was just in C files. Outside of anything that was LZW compressed. But I don't even know if they had actual data structure files or not. We once tried to memorize the Gargish alphabet, but it's more complicated than the runic. Your symbol changes based on how you open your mouth and how far back your throat is when you make the sound. Oh, I see. Interesting. Yeah, runic's super easy because it's basically just English with like a couple of like old English letters that we used to have, like TH and stuff combined as one letter. Wait. Oh gosh. This is clearly wrong. Wait, where did I go? I did that thing again where I went the wrong way coming out of the exit for some reason. I'm supposed to go this way instead. For some reason I went the opposite direction. Yeah, I don't know hardly anything about DOS programming either, so... Like, at least how, like, games were made during that time. So it'll be interesting to try it out and get into it, but it's definitely, like, to even begin, I have to, like, build something that'll decompile and recompile the game. It's like... Not something I'm particularly interested in starting on yet. Maybe eventually. But... Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Binary split. It's exactly what I was talking about. Randomization of the PC version. Because I could just do everything I've done here with the same data. I know where, like, it's not like I have to make any new choices, and I can use the same logic. Like, I just need to, like, basically do it on the PC version. Which means I'd need to do decompilation of the PC version. Potion. Alright, what do we got here? We got Spartan Helm. So that location there that we just checked was the bad location last time. But it looks okay now. That's... Yes, I have pulled that down and looked at it. I have indeed looked at that. And have it, actually. Alright, well, let me go to Dupre. Dupre, what did I give to... Oh no, whoops. What did I give to YOLO? Ah, the arrows. That's right. Oh no. Give those to me. So let's go to Dupre. Right. But I have a crossbow, so I need bolts, not arrows. Yeah, and I considered just basing it off the new V stuff. When I was looking at New V though, I couldn't figure out where the data for like the maps were. Like, but I didn't actually use it to like, I don't know if like you have to run some, I didn't look too deep into it. I just started looking at it maybe a couple days ago. But like maybe there's something I have to do there to like decompile the data structure from the actual game files or something. Because I couldn't find any map data whatsoever, like anywhere. I looked through everything and couldn't find anything that was map related. Like, and there were no files, there were no data files that seemed like they were related to, yeah, I couldn't find any object or chunk blocks. So I'm assuming I would need to like rip those myself. But, like I said, I didn't look into it much deeper than the initial like glance at it. So it probably has instructions on what you need to do there. Right, let's get off here, I guess. It may just be a re-implementation, but I don't know. Oh. So nobles are birds. What a weird statement, but it's true. In this particular case, the nobles are the birds. Black potion. Just a gargoyle hanging around in the thing. That replaced the dog. Moonstone of Humility is under a castle. So we do know that it said that the moon orb is on an island. Oh hey. Gargoyle's attacking us. We did get that hint. It means it's not in the Gargoyle lands, it's not underground. So that's good. Alright, so we're gonna do two things here. Oh hey, a black potion just hanging out there, that's good. First thing we're gonna do is go and flip the switch in Chow's house. All the way over here. Okay. Just checking a couple of these if they're on the way. The biggest thing that has sort of pseudo prevented me from wanting to do it too is like, I don't really, I mean I can, like it's not like I'm against it completely, but I haven't been excited about making something that you have to download as a program. Like I really like having this randomizer as a web page. Like it's really nice to like not require a user to download a program like and run it and do all that stuff. Like it's way less to maintain when it's not an actual program on a computer somewhere. Like just having a JavaScript app on an actual like web page is so much easier to like be cross-compatible and not be like problematic. So that's one reason I haven't been really amped to start it either, because I'm not sure how it would solve that yet. I don't mind if it's like, the problem is like, it's fine if it's in C or C sharp or C, like C++. I've written code in those languages. That's not the problem. The problem is more like, I'd want it to be something that you don't download. It has nothing to do with the actual language itself. Rune of Honors in a dungeon. Well, I've never written in Python, so don't write it in that. Like, that's Python and like Perl, I think I have no experience with. Wait, what did it say? Rune of Honors in a dungeon. But otherwise, like, C and stuff is fine. It's more the concept of having to download it than it is that having a user to have to download it. If you see Cloudy Shoe, pass along. Thanks for following. You're up to 203 now. Wow, okay. Cool. I would imagine by now Cloudy Shoe's asleep. Usually Cloudy Shoe's out at this point because it's kind of late, so I doubt Cloudy Shoe will show up today. It's been a very quiet stream today. I mean, Ultima 6 Randomizer is not necessarily one of the most popular things I run, so I don't really expect many people to show up, really. But, I mean, effectively, I'm like one of two people who plays this. Like, there's not a lot of audience for something where there's not a lot of people who play it anyway, so. But since I'm the developer, I gotta test it. And if I'm gonna spend 4 hours freaking testing this thing, I might as well, like, do it with an audience and hang out with people. I mean, I'm not opposed to anyone hanging out here. Oh my gosh. This is a very loud, obnoxious cars downstairs for no reason. Absolutely not necessary. That's fine at a racetrack. It's not fine on the streets in the city. Like, like that ambience there, like that. Oh. Can I talk to that guard? Yes, I can. Name. You don't have a name because you're a guard. Guards are nameless. Absolutely nameless. We're gonna go to New Magencia now, so my next goal is to go to New Magencia, but first we have to go all the way to the bottom of this island, so it's easiest to get there from here. New Magencia is another island, so we're hoping that the island hint leads us there. Let me just take this and diagonal south from here. Oh gosh, I hope everybody's doing well, by the way. Like, I've been, let's see, I watched the Taskmaster 2 today. I like that show. I really like Taskmaster. What else did I do? Oh, I did a bunch of work on this, obviously. Like, maybe that's what I did most of the day, actually. Taskmaster. It's a British TV show where people get tasked. But yeah, Taskmaster would be good too. The Taskmaster. Ooh, wait, cloth? I don't want cloth. Throw that on the ground. I threw it on the ground. I do want that though. I can give that to Dupre, and I'll give that to YOLO. And YOLO will dual equip slings now. Maybe, just maybe, the moon orb will be here. But maybe it won't be. Wait, Antonio, where are you? Antonio's at breakfast. Antonio, what did I tell you about eating breakfast? Rune, you give it to William, who's standing right there. Rune, you give it to Arendir, who is outside, I think. Splitting image. I don't know what splitting image is. Unfamiliar with that one. Rune, that got to Connor. I'm gonna randomize this at some point. No! Connor's on the docks. It's a show with horrifically mutated puppets that represent political going-ons. Oh, okay. Wow, that sounds like absolutely not what I want to watch. But I can see how that could be really funny. Give it to Charlotte. I have... God, I just try and avoid that stuff as much as possible. It just, like, frustrates me to no end. So, like... Dunbar. Antonio. Back to Antonio. Please take loot. Good luck. Aw. Antonio will just give us a loot. For our loot. The loot. We have the loot. Might as well get our scroll. Peek at what they're storing in the chest here. I think 3 of those are searchable, by the way. The rune of annoying your neighbor. Spellbook is in a place of honor. Oh! That's a very good hint. Spellbook might be intrinsic then, which we haven't even been to intrinsic yet, so... Come on, Charlotte. The mayor's name is actually Sting. Oh gosh, my legs are falling asleep. Charlotte, she's just like hanging out, eating food for like hours. She's turned into the new Big Ben. Big Ben is known for like spending most of the day in the game just standing next to their giant mutton leg in their house. Oh yeah, I don't have any thread. Oh, then why did I come in here? I did all that work and it's like I can't even do anything there anyway. Okay, so next steps. Well, heck, I feel like a logical next step would be to head to Serpent's Hold and then pause, and then down to Trinsic. So we're gonna do exactly that. Oh yeah, there's also, are you part of the Ultima's Discord? The Ultima Speedrun Discord? Because each randomizer, including the Ultima 4 one, has its own channel there. So, the Speedrun Discord has like a custom channel for every single Ultima game, so we can discuss strategies for all the different ones, and then also for the different randomizers. So you can, there I post updates, and I'm a little more in-depth about my thoughts there, and discuss things. And I know Phoenix 4 talks about his randomizer there too. Is Captain Hawkins here at night? I think they're only here in the morning, yeah. But yeah, I talk about it on my Discord too, so it's fine just to be there and hang out and talk about it too. It's like, I also talk about it there. I usually talk about it in like Twitter, in the Ultima Discord, and in my private Discord. Because what else am I going to talk about? Like, when I spend freaking 8 hours a day working on this thing, like, or more. Of course I'm going to talk about it. Juice skin scene. I mean, nobody else cares, but like, it's fun to talk about, I guess. It's fun to share my thoughts about it. I need to join the Thieves Guild. Oh, I didn't talk to... Oh, no! I forgot to talk to, Maria about the freaking tome. Oh, what a pain. So we can't start the Hawkins quest. So I need to go back to Moonlow. Oh my god. Can I play the loot when I'm in a boat? Oh. It quits when you leave the menu. What fun is that? Yeah, I'm actually not. I'm in a lot of Discords, but I'm not super active in a bunch of them. But I'm horribly unsocial. Like, I am horribly unsocial. But yeah, if you are interested in helping out with the Ultima 6 PC version, I mean, even if it ends up being a downloadable, that's fine. I think it'll be actually really cool to port this stuff into the PC version. Because then, like, the actual, the audience is much larger. Like, there's a lot more people who would play the PC randomizer. There's not a lot of people who are super into the SNES version of this game, so it's kind of a limited selection of people already who would play the SNES version. I came back here to talk to Mariah. It definitely isn't easy to keep up with a lot of communities, Galler. I totally agree. But I'm also, like, not the type of person who is very, sociable. I'm not a very sociable person. So, like, I tend to be pretty withdrawn. Even though I want to be sociable sometimes, I, fail pretty miserably at it. So now we go back to the South Island again and do all this business. There's definitely some Discords I'd like to be more talkative in, but I'm just not a talker. Which is weird to be a streamer who's not, like, super talkative and super sociable, but, like, here I have things to focus on. I can talk about the game. I can talk about games. Like, you know, people who show up here are oftentimes interested in whatever I'm playing, so there's like, or at least hang, you know, in things I play, so there's at least some common ground that's really easy to like kick off from. Yeah, I mean, I feel the same. It's hard for me to do that even when I'm... It makes it hard to stream too, because I'm always like tired at the end of the day. But, I think we want to turn left now. We're still too far south, but we'll see. Yeah, I did. Too far south. Not too far, but it was too far. There we go. Oh, okay, we're going back to Captain Hawkins now that we know about the tome. So Mariah actually tells you that you need to go talk to Zoltan, or Zoltan, or Zohan, or Zoltan. But we're not going to do that, because it also unlocks the dialogue at Captain Hawkins, so you can just go talk to Captain Hawkins instead. Because Zoltan will then tell you to go track down Captain Hawkins. Or not Captain Hawkins, Captain... What the heck is this person's name? I always forget their name. They're not Hawkins, they're like... Homer. It's Homer. It's fun just to stream what you like, though. I much prefer streaming what I like doing and enjoy than streaming things I don't enjoy. I really couldn't stand it, I don't think. In fact, I know I can't because I've tried it. Treasure cave. Alright, so we have that unlocked now. And I think that'll auto-unlock the Thieves Guild stuff too. Hi, Kappa Votes. I'd be okay if we're doing it for a job, but I would want to do it under my own accord, you know. Hi, Hunter. Like, I actually got rid of the little options to, like, request games and seeds and stuff now, because I find I'm just not motivated when someone, like, requests something for me to play. I'm just like, I would rather just play what I want to do on my mood. So I end up putting it off for, like, weeks, and then I'll finally do it when I finally get around to it, but then it feels like I could have just done that anyway. Like, so I got rid of those options because I just don't enjoy it. I'm doing alright, Hunter. It's quite warm here. Incredibly warm. I'm doing alright. Doing some testing. We found one bug yesterday that I found it was super easy fix, which is a typo. Well, it wasn't a typo. I included one piece of data that was one piece more than I should have. But that's it. It was very easy fix. So now we're just testing again. Make sure it works so I can do another release. It's Yuki. Snakes are brutal. What are you doing, snakes? I think it just takes time, sometimes, to get the right audience to the people who are interested in what you're doing, and then also understand what you're doing. In some cases, maybe it's too obscure, but I generally find there's an audience for everything. There's an audience for everything. Everything. Like, Wait, is it morning or is Thindle just out to like lunch? Okay, they're still asleep. Good. So since Thindle's still asleep, I'm gonna go up here and check this chest. Hello, what? Red potion. But mostly I just like doing what I want to do and hanging out with people. Like, that's about it. I don't want it to be more complicated than that. Alright, you. But yeah, I'm hoping that like this test proves to be just fine, and then I can not worry about this release anymore. Arena Justice, nice. We don't. I don't know if we need that, but that does unlock things, so it's always nice when we get something that unlocks something. Thindle, Weaver, Thread, yes. All right, we have our Spider Silk thread now. The first of many. Well, that's good. That's definitely good to hear that I ordered it. I started as a programming stream / game development. That was like the first thing I was doing was programming and game development as a stream. And then I did some random stuff, and then I did speedrunning, and then kind of stuck with speedrunning for a while. Now I'm doing more randomizer stuff now, but nope. Nope. Vortex Cube. Whoa. Arturos was hanging out on the Vortex Cube the whole time. I found I didn't really enjoy programming in front of people, so like, so I just stopped doing that because I was not enjoying it. Oh, curved heater, no thank you. So here we can blow this door open with an explosive. The other option is to cast magic unlock on this door and steal the key from the back of the closet, and then you use that. But you have to steal the key to do that. So. Yeah, I don't like doing things that, like making stuff in front of people. I find it stresses me out. Alright. Yes, 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 and yes. Sure. I don't want to sell that right now. Buy. Oh, my karma must be pretty bad. Looking at those prices. Is it like 60 something? 75, alright. It's always fascinating to me when I watch people who are super creative on like streams and stuff, because it looks fun. It just really stresses me out. It's weird. Alright, so since it's in a place of honor, my guess is that it's going to be... So the spellbook is probably on the shrine here, but we don't have... Oh, that's no good. We don't have the runes, so we can't access it. Hi, Silver Umbra. So we're gonna go to Jalom. And then we're gonna go to Serpent's Hold. Oh, whoops. There's only one item I can get here, unfortunately. Moonstone. Which moonstone was that? Moonstone of Compassion. I think for me it's when, like, it's anything that when I'm doing it, other people start, like, chiming in on, like, ways to do it better and stuff. It just stresses me out. Like, I don't want to sit there and just have, like, a huge audience behind me telling me, do this, do that, do this, do that. It's, like, not fun. Like, that's not fun at all. It's like if I was playing this, but instead everybody was like, go here, go there, go here. Like, that gets stressful. I wouldn't want to play that. And one way, I mean, it is nice to be able to learn new things that way, because you do learn, if you're doing a programming stream and there's people helping you, like, that can be fun. But it can be really frustrating when there's just a bunch of people, like, constantly talking about theory and other ways to do things and just heckling you for it, and it's like, okay, cool, but I just want to make something here. Like, because why I didn't do any of the programming of this online, because I knew if I did, people would just be like, ah, it's terrible. And I'm like, yeah, well, I ended up with a good final product, so F you. Like, maybe those people don't even exist, and it's all in my head. But I've definitely run into that type before, so... And it's just too stressful to even think about to make me want to do it. And I guess I did do programming in the past on stream, so it wasn't like it's an unknown experience. Gotta grab this boat before they get here. And what's here? Odd cheese! Odd cheese! Yeah, I mean, on the SNES version, if a tile touches land, so if a tile has half water and half dirt, the skiff can cross over it, the rafts can too. But it means these tiles, which are like, touch on both sides, then it's just like, you pass right through them, because there's just water on both sides, so it's effectively just, it's only tiles that touch dirt, but it's like a collision code thing. The PC version doesn't do that. It's actually a little better about it, but yeah, it does look silly sometimes. Oh, balloon plans! That's absolutely necessary to beat the game. And super nice, because that's a much faster way of traveling. I'm gonna get our 1 point in dexterity, because why not? Oh, I just saw some lightning. I actually saw that. That was a big bolt. Wonder if we'll hear it. Oh, hi, gargoyle. Book of Oz. Okay, that's needed to get the item from Lord British, so that's somewhat useful. Another item that unlocks an item, like the Rune of Justice. So the Book of Oz is a book that Lord British will give you a reward for in the base game. They just give you some gems in the base game, but here they'll give you possibly something really good, or maybe gems. You don't know, it's random. Broken lens may require Flying or sailing? Are you... Alright, you're not gonna help me. The gargoyles have charm, but they die fast, so... We'll have to come back here. Well, no, we can do the quest here if we get the, if we find Coronado or whatever his name is. I don't remember any of the names of the characters in this location. We'll be able to, get the item here. Oh, no, please don't do this. It's gonna kill me. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. Hopefully this will last long enough to kill these things. Freaking... like... chain bolt is absolutely terrifying. Hi, Galera Dragon. Thanks for hanging out. Get some good food. That's pretty accurate, actually. Like, Hunter, it's super accurate. I mean, that's effectively what this is. God, where are you? There we go. It's based off D&D. And like, it's basically just D&D, and it's a open world game. This game sort of inspired the like Skyrim, Elder Scrolls type series. Those games exist because of this game, effectively. But like, it's open world, you go anywhere, you do whatever you want. The PC, you can even do more stuff, like you can just murder everybody and drag their bodies around and whatever. It's like super open. Even more D&D-ish, like, but this is still pretty open, especially for a SNES game. But you are pretty much spot on. Like, this is oblique, or yeah, oblique view. It's a really strange view. Shield map. Oh yeah, I have to get the shield off of the dead body and give it to me. Ooh, Gargish text. That's required to beat the game. Yeah, in this particular case, I think this is called oblique because it's do I not have two of those marked? I don't. It's oblique view due to the actual like weird isometric view. It's strange though, or it's like isometric but like rotated. So if this is an isometric view, rotated 45 degrees. If you actually rotate your screen 45 degrees, or a screenshot of this 45 degrees, it looks exactly like isometric. It's just like a rotated isometric. I want to get back to... where do I want to go now? I mean, considering like... we do have the spindle, so I guess going back to Magency is an option. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, let's do that. So we've been to all the islands and stuff we can get to so far, and we didn't find the moon orb. And it says moon orb's on an island, so that means it's probably locked behind something. So we need the spellbook first. And we know the spellbook is in a place of honor, and the only place of honor left is the Rune of Honor spot. And I think we have a hint for the Rune of Honor. Don't we? Or did we see that hint on a... There it is. Rune of Honor is in a dungeon. So basically what it's telling me is to get the spellbook, we need to go into a dungeon, which will then give us the unlock to get to yeah, so we get the Rune of Honor in a dungeon, get the spellbook, and then go to these islands to use unlock to get the Moon Orb. That's the order of operations that I'm seeing here. So that's probably what we need to do. So what dungeons can we go to then? Let's see. Dungeons we have access to without spells would be... I have no clue if I'm even lined up with the island at all right now. Looks like it. Yes! Natural sense of the game map right there. Is she eating again? Probably down here at lunch. Yep. So I need to go wait. But yeah, basically I think that's the progression that we've got here. I can't think of another place that would be considered a place of honor that would be valid for us to check. So then we gotta go to the dungeons. Dungeons are interesting though, because that means it's not a cave, and that's very specific. So what that means, that's telling me, is that the item is in a dungeon is a hint that is different from item being in a cave or item being underground. And that's very specific. Dungeons are only the named dungeons. So deceit, despise, discard, shame, wrong, covetous. Those are Hythloth. Those are dungeons. So it could be in Hythloth. Don't be a Hythloth. Don't be an Hythloth. That would be awful. Don't be in Hythloth. Hythloth would mean we need to walk all the way through the lava cave with all the exploded volcanoes all the way to the Gargoyle Lands just to get the Rune of Honor. And that would be a really, really bad spot for that item to be. So let's just hope it's not there. But that gives us a few other dungeons we can check. Despise is open. It doesn't require any magic, so we can check that. Shame has one item we can check that doesn't require magic, which is a shame, because it's the hardest one to get to. See, Deceit has no items we can get to. Wrong and Covetous have no items we can get to. Discard has no items we can get to without magic. Yeah, so basically Hythloth and Deceit are our options right now, and the bottom of Shame. Hi, Star Fox Painter. There's haters everywhere, Kappa Boots. There's always super negative people everywhere. No! There we go. Sailed right to the island. No, there's more snakes. Sailed right to the island of snakes, and then right to another island of snakes. you still awake? No, the innkeeper's not awake. But that's okay, we can just sleep outside. We're almost twinsies with YOLO back there. Hello, Marissa. I need to ask you about the bag. And that should give us the silk bag, yes. Okay, so now we have the silk bag. The only thing we don't have is the basket, which we have enough money for. So we can go back and get the basket. So we should probably do that. And then there's a deceit. What was the other one I said? Deceit and shame are the two we can do. I'd really like to get the balloon because it's super fast for travel. So I'm just kind of go straight there, I think, right now, and just get the balloon and get out of the way, because having the balloon... Whoa, what? Magic deer. No, we lost our boat. Well, there goes our money. Alright, well, I got that book for you. Moonstone of Sacrifice. Okay, well that's useful. Yeah, just out of nowhere we got freaking deer shooting magic arrows at us and murdered us. It's pretty typical. The base game doesn't do that. There's totally the randomizer just making some weird choices there, but it's the randomizer for you. It's random. Did we go to the fighter house? Yeah, we had to go to the fighter house. Yeah, we totally went to the fighter house. Well, we're all back to life. I guess there's that. Sell. Oh, I want that. You. Club 30. Crossbow 120. Alright, I gotta sell it because I need a new boat anyway, so. Gotta go buy another boat. Did we ever get the item back from Ariana? I don't think we ever actually got it, did we? That's like 2 or 3 times now where I've like talked to Ariana, or like got the permission from the parents for Ariana, but didn't actually get the item. Maybe we got it, but I don't think we did. Nope, we didn't. It's a magic helm, which I guess would have been useful. More armor. Helmets don't give that much armor though, so it's not like super amazing. Like 2 extra armor points, but does reduce the chance that we will get hit. Armor is effectively just a chance of damage not going through. So, I'm back here to buy another boat. I know, I already bought one. I lost it. Happens. A raft at sea, just floating around somewhere. Now let's go to Minec. And in Minec, we will get the basket for the balloon, which will then give us the balloon, and then we can start rapidly going around the world at a much faster pace. Should be so much welcome. So welcome to do that. Because then we can do a lot more checks really fast. Once getting the balloon is like super nice to have. We're already an hour and a half in, so I'm totally ready for the balloon. Absolutely ready for it. Oh. Oof. Oh, it's so warm still. I am like, it's just like, I can't wait for summer to be over because I'm just sweating all the time. It's just so hot. It's so gross and so hot. I wonder what this is guarded by. A merchant throwing oil. but nothing serious at the Shrine of Compassion. I'm going to stop into Cove along the way. There's 2 checks we can get here without anything, so why not check them along the way? Ring of Protection, I'm not going to take that. It would be stealing. If it's not an important item, most places are considered stealing, so be careful with that. And Spring Water, also not useful. But get out of my way, Rudium. Rudium's being Rudium. And now let's go towards Minec and get our balloon. I keep seeing a lot of lightning out there. I think there's a storm coming, and that is hopefully going to happen after the stream and not during it. Because there's a lot of lightning I'm seeing in the distance. The elevators are kind of easy to kill. Old. We haven't gotten a single level up, by the way, yet. We haven't gotten any shrines cleared. 2 of us can level up, so it'd be nice to clear a shrine so we can level up. Like, that would be a useful thing to happen. We could clear the Shrine of Justice, which would what, give us strength and dexterity? Shrine of Justice, strength and dexterity? Or is it strength and intelligence? Or is that honor? One is intelligence and dexterity. And I am forgetting which is what at the moment. Shame on me. It's not over there. Should have all this memorized. Sometimes it slips my mind. More lightning, saw more lightning. The more lightning I see, the more I'm like, go, go, go. Because I don't want to, like, oh, suddenly have a power outage or something. Which just hasn't happened here, but not like it's impossible. Hi, Mac. Hello, hello. Gonna get my basket on. So far, so good. Everything is gone well. I'm not seeing any bugs. Everything seems to be working as intended. We haven't gotten anything, found anything broken yet. Like, so far, it's looking okay, but oh, 20 per person. Oh, that might have spent all my money. Nah, we should still be okay. Oh my gosh, wake up. It's a new day, wake up. What time is it? 6:49 in the morning. I should have just camped, it would have been smarter. Alright. Job, father, plans, yes. Right, we have the balloon now. I believe that was it. I think it was the basket, and that should have been everything we needed for the balloon. Yes. I have a Samsung something, I don't know. It's an Android. It's old. I don't remember what it is exactly. Some model from 2 or 3 years ago. 3 years ago now. what am I doing? I have the balloon, so I was gonna do balloony things. Here's the spies. The spies is balloony. You can go in here, let's do this. There's some hydras. Oh. Oh, they cast fireball. They have no life though. That question's not very interesting. There's only like 3 choices there. Your options are: do you have an Apple product, do you have an Android product, or do you have... Does the Windows phones even still exist? Because it may just be 2 things that you can choose from. Like, not particularly super... like... I have owned all 3 phones over the course of my life, but I've basically only had Androids for like the last 10 years or more. Maybe longer. Couple of phones that you didn't consider indie. I'm sure there's probably some indie stuff. Before smartphones got super big in the early 2000s, I was actually making my own phone. Not like I was gonna brand it or do anything with it, I just wanted to make a phone. I have all the parts in a box somewhere. I'd gotten like a screen and like an OS for it, and had like a little receiver and antenna device for it. It was very like super hacker looking. I'll have to dig up pictures and like put them on my Discord. It would look ultra hackery. It was so like absolutely like over the top. I have no clue what inspired me to do that project. I kind of want to go back to it, but like I don't know what to use it for. Be like a little tiny PC at this point. No! Do not do this to me, you game. You jerk. YOLO's dead. Random chance if we die here. Don't die. Moonstorm. Oh gosh. Imagine getting this far and then dying before we actually got the Moonstorm. That is required to beat the game. So, that would have been very disappointing, huh? Cat's defeated. Cats with throwing axes. Let's see. I'm gonna die here on purpose so that we can get. So that was the Moonstone of. This one. No, wait, what? This one? Yes. Moonstone of Justice. Alright, let's die here. So, explosion from the volcanoes, please. Thank you. Death warp out of that is going to be much faster than trying to walk out of that cave. So it wasn't there. Got a Moonstone, but we did not get the Rune of Honor. So let's check another dungeon. Let's check Shame. Ionic Iris. I think they're really good games. This is like a port of the PC game / DOS game. The DOS version is better. I think almost everybody would argue that it is a superior version in a lot of ways. But I really have a fond place for the SNES version, and it actually works really well for randomization, and the controls are super smooth, which is really nice. So like, it plays well, and while it might not have the same feature set that the PC version does, I think the smoothness of this version, combined with just being able to use a controller to like play it, actually ends up being pretty fun for the randomization process. So I'm pretty happy with this version, but Ultima 6 and 7 on the PC are like probably the ones I would recommend people playing. I think they're both great games. 7 is like the quintessential classic. I would not recommend playing 7 on the console. Ever. At all. Don't do that. But playing Sims on console is actually pretty okay. 6 on the console's okay. 7 on the console is a totally different game. 6 is very similar to the PC game, just with clear memory limitations. Like, oh, okay, so this is just like they had to cut some things out, but they tried to keep it as close as possible to the game. Versus 7, where it was like they just built a new game, and it's a totally different game, and it doesn't even feel like an Ultima game really. It's very arcadey. I still enjoyed it, but it's definitely not really representative of an Ultima game. A lot of people really like Ultima 3, 4, and 5 on this DOS. I grew up with 3 and 4 on the NES, and I think they're great NES games, especially 4. So, if you're kind of an NES fan, Ultima 4 on the NES is a pretty solid classic. Don't play Ultima 5 on the NES, it's the worst game ever made. And I'm not saying that because I'm a disappointed Ultima fan. I'm saying that because it's literally the worst game ever played. It runs at 5 frames a second. It has one 19.2 second loop of music that loops for the entire game, and there's no sound effects. It eats 1 out of every 10 input commands that you use. Just don't play it. Oh, did I get the broken lens? Yeah. Nice. Also needed to beat the game. An experience would be one way you could describe it. Sure. Like, those are words that might accurately describe the situation. An experience. Not that game, Capricorns. That game is painful. I speedrun it, and it's probably... It's a painful speedrun too, because it's quite long. I mean, it's like 30 minutes, but 30 minutes of a 19.2 second loop of music with no other sound effects. It starts getting at you. It's a very, like, active piece of music. It's very... it's going. So, like, it doesn't sit in the background. Ultima 5 on the PC, though, considered one of the classics of the series, too, so... Ultima 5 on the PC is quite good. It's a follow-up to 4. So basically the way the series works is it breaks, blah, 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 blah. It's basically set into like 3 unique, or 3 sagas. Oh, we're gonna die, but that's actually pretty good. I hope they kill us, actually. If they die here, it's a faster death warp than actually walking out, so in some ways I kind of hope we get wrecked here. Yeah, I mean, it's just like the DOS games obviously can do a lot more than like the NES could at the time, so they're a lot more complicated overall. Guess we won. Rando's going alright. We haven't found the Moon Orb or the Spellbook yet, so you know how that goes. Just wandering aimlessly until we find those. Not aimlessly, I guess. You do have aim, but it's taking a while. Not that way. But yeah, the game is split into sagas, so you have like Ultima 1, 2, and 3 as one saga. And then you have Ultima 4, 5, and 6 as a saga, so this is the last of that saga. And then you have 7, 8, and 9. And the whole series tells one story across the whole thing, but like, you don't have to have played any of them to get, like, they oftentimes tell you a lot about the previous, what's happening, so you don't have to have played them in order. I don't know how we're still alive. Just keep taking loot while we can. Heat advisory warning. Oh no. Alright, so that didn't lead us to where we wanted to go. So now what? I'm actually gonna take a death here, I think. Well, how much do I have in terms of experience? Oh, you know what? I don't want to die here yet. I would like to go to the Shrine of Justice and level up once before we die. 42C heat index. That is absolutely ridiculous. And I skipped Smith again. Just like every single time I play this, I skip Smith. Gosh. Smith, hello. Rune of Spirituality is in a place of love. Okay. Rune of Honesty. Hey, we got a rune. Gold, Sophie Cash. Rune of Honesty. Look at this, we're starting to get runes now. The Rune of Honesty is the Shrine of Honesty is on an island. And it said the Moon Orb was on an island. So it could be the Moon Orb is where the Rune of Honesty just unlocked. That might be our Moon Orb. And I'm thinking the spellbook is at the bottom of Hythoth. Unfortunately. Super unfortunately. But we're at the Shrine of Justice. So let's use the Shrine, the Rune of Justice. Which is a moonstone. That's pretty useful because we need those. Alright. Shamino can level up. Okay. Alright. Alright, Shamino. Get your level ups going on here. Gives us 30 more experience each. 10 karma for doing the meditation once, and then also we get some stats, which I think from there we got intelligence and dex. So it's not super great. I think it's like 2 dex, 1 int, but dex is good for giving us better combat initiative. We attack faster with more dex and more often, so it's pretty useful to have dex. So I think the Rune of Honesty is our next bet, so I'm gonna go all the way there because I think that is the right play now. This is Minec. And we're gonna cross into the desert now. And we'll pass over the Shrine of Spirituality. Sorry, Shrine of Sacrifice. The rune there, so we can't do anything with it. Keep flying. We don't have any way to teleport, so it's just like I have to do the long way. We could have done the sleepy thing, but I think it would take longer to sleep than it would to actually fly to this island and get this done. And now we can fly directly to the dais and unlock the Shrine of Honesty. And let's see if this is our moon orb. That would be very nice. Give that to Shamino. That was the Moonstone of Honesty. Use this. Spike Shield. Oh, come on, game. Teased me. Well, it's Hythloth Leo then. Alright, YOLO, let's go. Going to Hythloth. Off to Hythloth Leo. Oh, butts. What a pain. So, yeah, we can do Hythloth. And we can do... We could go into the start and get the dragon egg, but we couldn't get the other dang thing there. Or the other thing. I said thing. The other thing there. So we'd be... There's 2 checks, and if we can only do 1 check, that would be kind of sad times, so... I'd rather not do only 1 check if we have to go through an entire dungeon. Plus, it doesn't count as the dungeon item then, because the dragon egg, I think, is taken to Sandy intrinsic to get us the Wit Saber dialogue, but that doesn't give us the, does not count as a dungeon item then. Can't land here. Because we don't have the gargoyle password. Because you're curious why we don't go there at the beginning of the game. Because we physically cannot. Further down. Alright, here we go. Into Hythloth we go. Let's see how this goes. I'm assuming it's going to go very poorly, but we're going to try our best. Oh, we have odd cheese. Oh my gosh, I just realized odd cheese leads to sherry, which leads to getting another island item. I probably could have had the item we needed already. Whatever. The routing has been a little poor here, but we'll do our best. Do our best. Do our best. Now what? Go kick some butt. Absolutely. Butt kicking time. See those random explosions? I'm very, very intimidated by those. Because those things could end the game for us. Chops. Rain protection. Actually, this is something we can do right here, which is super nice. Oh, actually. Never mind, we have nearly full health now. So I was gonna say we just camp here, but with almost full health from the regeneration, which lasted much longer than I expected. As long as these don't explode, we should be okay. YOLO, on the other hand, is gonna die. Or sorry, Shamino. Shamino's dead. And they died just as I predicted. And not very much longer after I said they would die either. Kinda knew it was gonna happen. Oh, there's more lightning. Oh, blood moss. Heck yeah. So the reagents are also the ones that randomly spawn in the overworld are randomized. So that would normally be sulfuric ash. There's volcano ash, obviously, but it is randomized, so here it's not sulfuric ash. Put that in the bag. Get this farmer out of the way. I don't know how hard things hit down here, so I'm just kind of trying to avoid any combat right now, just in case things get really bad. Alright, these things are easy to fight, so I'm not worried about this. They're just children with spears and swords, but they have really low dex apparently, or low damage. Their dex is high because they're moving quick. Their damage is low because they can't pierce my armor, so that's good. I'm not dropping anything useful other than spears either. It's Yuki. Oh, my leg's falling asleep again. Alright, I think now we can take the ring off so we can preserve it. And we're gonna go talk to Captain John. So Captain John has an item, and then there's also an item in Captain John's house. Hopefully one of these ones is the one we're looking for. Captain John. Gargoyle. Language. Rune of Honor. Alright, that confirms that the hint worked. And I was right, the Rune of Honor was in Highcloth. Despite us really hoping it wasn't going to be there. Yuki's just super talkative right now. Okay. We have a bunch of dead people and myself. Might as well check what we can do here. I mean, we're here. So. And turn on some bone music. And then talk to Valkadesh. Valkadesh is the first gargoyle we can talk to when we have the Gargosh language. No other gargoyles will talk to us. they convinced us to surrender to Drax so that the other gargoyles will actually, like, work with us, basically. So we're gonna surrender to Drax. Gives us a amulet submission, but Drax isn't here, so I guess it's probably too late in the day or something. So I'm gonna go raid one of their houses and open one of their chests first. Apparently Drax isn't there. I need to do this instead. Nope. Re-invisibility is not going to do me much good. But I can't do any of the rest of the quest line here without Drax's permission, basically, so we need Drax to be here. We need Drax to cooperate. So Drax, there you are. So we surrender. And now we have the amulet submission. So gargoyles won't attack us by default. It's kind of an extra, like, little bonus. But also now we can actually do these things, like talk to this character. And then talk to the lens maker. Get our lens made. And that gives us what? This one? Yep. Now the problem is I don't have an easy way back, so I'm gonna have to die to get off this island. Which is a pain in the butt. So instead of just outright dying, there are a couple of quest things here we can do that aren't item related but are needed to beat the game to get the gargoyle password. So I'm gonna do those. And if we die doing them, we die doing them. It's not a big deal. They're all here, so. It will be nice to get them out of the way. The farmer. Who's dead? A dead farmer. Oh, deer. Oh, these are the bad deer. I might die here. Well, either or. Like I said, that's kind of what we needed to happen anyway, so not a big loss. Oh, I can talk to Sherry now. Sherry, I've got the odd cheese, and I remembered it this time. Oh, you're gonna be in the East Wing if Dupre, or not Dupre, if Joffrey is out in the hallway. There you are. So if you see Chuckles in the hallway, she'll probably be in the West Wing. If Joffrey's in the hallway, she'll probably be in the East Wing. If you see no one in the hallway, she could be in either one. Alright, so Sherry. We have the Rune of Honor. Alright, so we're gonna go south. South we go. Go to the Shrine of Honor. And then Shalom. And hopefully we'll get our spellbook soon. Or the Moon Orb also would be great. Either of these things would be amazing. Pretty sure that the spellbook is going to be what we're about to get now. Here in the Shrine of Honor. Just because we have a hint that says the spellbook is in a place of honor, and I think that's one of the last places of honor that we haven't checked, so it kind of just fits that would be where it is. So let's see. Magic armor. Well, it was not. So where's another place of honor that we haven't gotten? Oh, Wit Saber. Oh no. It really You're really doing this, gimme game, huh? You're really doing this. Okay, well. There is one more place of honor. There is one more place of honor. It's Lord Woodsaber Intrinsic. The problem with that is, that's that item I was talking about earlier, where you have to go to the start, all the way to the bottom, and get an item. Then we have to double dip the start, because we don't have the spellbook, so we can't get the other item into start right now. So that's really unfortunate, because that basically means we need to go to the start, all the way to the bottom, all the way to the very back, get a dragon egg, go back to Trinsic. Whew. What a journey. What a journey. I'm talking because I don't want to talk. Grapes. Aw, butts. Well, to the bottom of the start we go. Guess that's our fate. Foes are too near. I don't see any foes. Oh, there they are. What up here? Not enough room. Don't give me that. So we're gonna fly out to the side, get the dragon egg, and go to get our last honor item, that I believe is our last honor item from Woodsaber. Kind of wasn't thinking about the Woodsaber item because I guess I was kind of hoping that I wouldn't have to actually do this line of motion. Like I was hoping we wouldn't have to follow this this trail, that somewhere along the way we'd get a break from it, but we were not so lucky. We were not so lucky. Maybe it's lucky for you though, because you get to see ridiculous happenings, which is like having to go into the start and only get one item before we're really well prepared, without a spellbook even, so we can't heal properly. Like, we have some potions, but this could be a travesty. It could also be really easy, we don't know. We do have magic armor now though, so, you know, got that at least going for us. Gremlins and farmers so far, so nothing particularly deadly. These things are all fairly easy in the seed. Gremlins in the seed yesterday were not easy. More lightning. More lightning. Oh, da 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 da. So yeah, basically we just need to go, since I can't get the chest that's on the floor above here, I can just skip this part and go directly down the hole here. And then run to the dragon egg. I guess it didn't take as long as I thought it would to get here. But then from here we will walk all the way back. All the way back. It's like the Mines of Moria in here. This is a very like giant, you know, the squares there, big open cavern, kind of has the pillars feel. I mean, not a lot of texture going on here, but there's not a lot of tile variations in the dungeons in this game, unfortunately. Alright, here we go. Magic armor, we'll go ahead and get that. And then I'll get magic bow, we'll get that. Then get fire wand and ring of regeneration and dragon egg and magic shield and a glass sword because we haven't found one yet, so why not? Need that to beat the game. Magic helmet and that and the energy wand. We may die soon, but that's fine. We give that to Dupre. That to Dupre. Dupre, you are decked out, so we can give this to Shamino and that to Shamino. That goes to Dupre, that goes to Dupre. That goes to YOLO. YOLO, equip that. You have arrows, 32, but it's still better than nothing. Alright, and you have some better armor now. Cool. And then we can give that armor, just pass it on down the line to YOLO. YOLO's are like sits in the back, so I don't really have them doing mainline stuff for us. Alright, let's fight, I guess. Either that or we'll try and run for it back to the entrance. Getting back to the entrance would be better, so we're gonna try and do that. Hopefully avoid massive battle. Go back. All the way back. And then go to transit, which is pretty close nearby after we leave the cave dungeon. This is a dungeon. So should be pretty straightforward when we return. Of course, if I remember where the actual staircase is. Oil! It's kind of just in the middle of the room, I think. There it is. The dogs with oil are something else. Call fire. Don't need it. Don't need it, don't want it. Gonna equip another torch so we can see what we're doing. I've been wanting to watch movies lately, but I haven't found anything that's really appealing to me. Just nothing's really stood out to me as like being super interesting. The couple I've tried to watch, I really just haven't gotten into. Wait, what? This is not where I wanted to go. What? Ah, yes, yes it is. Okay. My brain was thinking about this backwards. Whoa! Oh, that breeze feels so good. I know it's coming from a storm that's coming in. Gosh, that feels really good. Oh no, I think I went the wrong way. Oh, this oil might kill us anyway. Oil is super deadly. Well, they're dead. Alright, we're good. Whew, brutal. Floor am I on anyway? 3? 2? Oh my gosh, here we go again. Dupre is toast. Oh no. I was really hoping we'd be able to make it through this battle without having to fight things. I think this is where we die. I think this is where we die. We'll see it. The amount of like oil being thrown or hard to compete with that much oil. Now we go to Trinsic. We get the egg. I was able to just walk out of the cave and go to Trinsic, or just go to Trinsic this way, so it doesn't really affect us too much. It does drop our experience some, so if we need to level up again, that would be bad. But we don't need to level up to beat the game. We've already got levels, so. You start at level 3, you can beat the game at level 3. You know, we already gained 1 level, which gives us some benefits. But I think we're okay now. I'm gonna go to Trinsic and see, hopefully, if we finally get our spellbook. I feel like we've been chasing this thread for a while now. It would be really nice to get the spellbook and be able to wrap up the second part of the game, which is everything else at this point. Because there's a lot hidden behind the spells, like a lot. Alright, Sandy. Sandy, you were a pirate, yes. Tell me about the map. I got the spellbook. There it is. It was in a place of honor, and it required us to go to the bottom of the star to get it. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Go figure. So we did have another hint about we got it. We got the spellbook. It's very useful. Hi, Jan. Hello. But now we know a moon orb is on an island, so we can start checking islands. And since we have the spell, we should be able to get to most places that have unlock fairly quickly. I swore we got a Dispel Field hint somewhere. I don't remember. Probably up on a gravestone or something. Probably the one in Britain, if I remember correctly. So, island number 1. Is it here? It's not here. Off to island number 2. Off we go. Adventure awaits. Huzzah. Oh. I was like, does anyone else here watch Joel Haver? I posted about it, their videos on my Discord, so I know some of you do. But I was watching one of the recent videos and like learned that like, because now they have a van, they're just traveling around the US. They're just like making videos, like just one of their fans saw them on the street and was like, wow, like, you're Joel Haver. And then they just hung out and they made a video together. Like, that is such a cool thing. Like, that is really cool. If I could just travel the world and like just meet random people and then let's play games together, like, heck yeah. That'd be cool. Like, that is like so rad to like just going around and like fans saw them and then they just totally unplanned made a new video. And this stuff is pretty funny too, so. Alright, we got the Rune of Sacrifice. So, that. Oh, this isn't looking too good now. So, Runa Sacrifice. It's gonna be a pain in the butt, isn't it? Yeah, I get vibes from them that like I would totally hang out with them in real life and have a fun time. They seem really chill and like I love their like real life videos. Like most of their videos are just little short comedy things, but they have a couple of like real life videos and they like always hit home. I almost cry after every one of them. Like, they're like so just like beautiful in a way. Like they're really well done. They even made a little video after their like father passed away, and that one was like pretty sad, but also it's a little, you know, nice little tribute. The recent one, which is like I've got a van and I'm leaving, is a real life video that's like actually really nice because it describes the fact that they're now traveling the states. Obviously they bought a van and they're going to travel around, but also like it just has this feel of like it's just the way it's shot, it's really well done. Like it's just well done. 3x crossbow. Oh, that breeze feels amazing. I mean, it's getting really windy, so I know the storm's coming, but like you don't know how hot it is in here, and that just feels super nice. Like, I'm very happy to have this breeze going. Not having any like I don't have anything I can cast unlock on down here, so I might as well take the spellbook off. And equip something that helps us. Well, guess I'll take these rolls. They're mine now, and this cake. And this mutton. You can't stop me, rabbits. Oh, they're very deadly rabbits. I think they are gonna stop me, actually. These are super ultra deadly rabbits. Those rabbits were brutal. All that for some cake. All that for some cake. Morningstar. Yes, please. Maybe it was a carrot cake. Oh no. Maybe you're right. Heck yeah, Morningstar. I'm gonna take the sneaky back interest in Sutek. This skips the front area, which requires the spell field to get into. You can kind of come through the back with only needing a boat. Or balloon. Either way. But if it's not the randomized version, you would need boats. Because this leads to where the balloon is, so you wouldn't actually be able to take a balloon here and skip anything, at least in the base game. Negate. Well, nobody's casting spells here anyway, buddy, so... I'm gonna take the shovel and moonstone. Chainmail. Alright, goes to YOLO. Moonstone of humility. That goes to Dupre. That goes to Shamino. So many objects in our inventory. It's ridiculous. It's rad donkadonk. There's like a wandering person, Gorn, down here. This person could join your party. It's just Gorn the warrior. They just wander around in the depths below Sutek's castle. Obviously, because we don't have a spell field, we can't go out the front doors, so we have to go out the back. That's fine, we're going to use this to go towards our other destination, which is the sewers, and check with Phoenix and Ducky. I think their name is Ducky. They give you a rubber ducky. I think they call themselves Ducky. Maybe they have a different name. I call them Ducky. Oh no, that goes down. Oh heck. Did I forget how to get through here? Where am I? I'm on floor. Do I want to go through here? No. Yes? No? No. It was the other one. Okay. Down it was. I don't know why I got confused there. I don't know why I got confused. For some reason my brain was telling me I came through this other entrance. I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but... this should be the path. And this will lead us past some water. Onward we go. There'll be a little tiny like pond here sort of thing. Let's continue up, and then we get to here, in which we can use our boat now. So now we're 3 floors down under Lord British's castle. In the sewer section, we're gonna go to Phoenix. Which isn't the smartest idea because we're all going to get poisoned without the spell field, but it's better than sticking around for this. Alright, you belt, retire, magic shield. Now we need to equip. Who all is poisoned? All of us? No, just 3 of us, but it doesn't really matter because... Alright, that. 3x crossbows, worth it. Moonstone! Fishing rod, energy wand. Oh, I'll take the energy wand. And gold. And drink. Which moonstone would we get? Which moonstone would we get? Got the moonstone of honor, I believe. Wow, we have so much stuff. So much stuff. Okay. We only need one moonstone, actually. That's not too bad. In fact, which moonstone we need? The Moonstone of Honor? Don't we have a hint for that? Yeah, we don't. Alright, we don't have a hint for the Moonstone of Honor, unfortunately. Because that would have been kind of nice. But we don't, so we don't. Like the Lord British built his castle on a giant series of underground rivers and caves. Maybe that's the structurally sound foundation for a castle. Oh heck! I realized it was a new moon, and that would warp us over to this side of the world so we can check Bond's house. And the Shrine of Sacrifice. Let's fast check this right here. So I buried one of the moonstones, which gives us access to a quick warp to one of the shrines, if we know what shrine the moon is attached to, which I do. So new moon goes to Shrine of Honesty. Powder keg, yellow potions, gold nuggets. Not here. It's not here. British uses the cave system as personal sewers. Okay, it's definitely not a super good idea, I suppose, to build your castle on top of a cave system, but they did it anyway. I flew too far. I flew too far. Alright. It's the root of humility. Alright, we leveled up. What about the other people here? Who else can level up? Dupre can level up. Shamino cannot level up. YOLO can level up. Alright. Strength and dexterity. And now we go to... So that was the Rune of Humility, it said. Right, I want to make sure that before I go flying off and do something silly. Yep, Rune of Humility. So, going towards the Rune of Humility now. Oh, sorry, the Shrine of Humility. We're still looking for that moon orb. Oh my gosh. We could technically beat this without the moon orb at this point if we got the, like... If we got the Moonstone of Honor, we could beat this without... Well, we also need a spell field. So, we'd also need that. But the moon orb is not necessary to beat the game anymore. It just would make things a lot faster. A lot less of this, a lot more just warping around. But that's why we randomize it, because you start the game with it. in the base game, which is kind of cheesy because it just lets you warp everywhere, so kind of defeats the purpose of traveling in the world. Kind of unfortunate. This is all locations hard, is the preset that we're running with. So all locations hard, which has a bunch of different things, but you can actually go to the GitHub website and click the preset all locations hard and then see the exact settings, because it's unchanged. It's the same settings. So that's what I'd be using. There's a lot there, so a lot. Things checked there. Moon orb. Finally got it. There it is. The moon orb. Now that we have the orb, we can begin everything else that we need to do. We still don't know where the other moonstone is. I swear we saw like... Get rid of this now. I swear we saw like a post or a... Not a post, a hint for that moonstone of honor, but... And Dispel Field as well, I thought Dispel Field though said it was underground. I'm gonna check the easy checks for the hints that we would have already read but don't have on us. Moonstone of Honor is 3 floors underground. Oh, that's actually quite specific. That means the Moonstone of Honor is... which floors, is Deceit 3 floors? No. The Starred is 3 floors underground, so the item there is 3 floors underground. So it could be the Starred for the Moonstone of Honor. What other one has items 3 floors underground? Let's see, I think Deceit is 4 floors underground. I believe it's the bottom floor. Yes. And I believe Covetous and Wrong is 3 floors underground. Also 3 floors. So those are possibles. Those are the Moonstone of Honor, it said, right? So I'm gonna go check the grave here, because I swore we got one for Dispel Field. Root of Compassion. Nope. It's in a place of love. Which might be here then. Nope. Regen Ring. Hi Axel, I'm doing pretty good. Just testing the latest version, making sure everything's good and good. Going good. Hi. Hello. Little Squeaks. Hi Squeaks. Wee. Bonk. There you go, Squeaks. Desk time. Have fun. Yeah? Yeah? That would have been bad. Don't do that. Don't do that. Map 3. Alright, well that's not super useful, but we got a map piece. 3 floors underground. So Covetous and Discard are options. So let's check Covetous, I guess. This is here. Oh, actually, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Check Covetous. 2 Covetous we go, Yuki, since we're literally right above it. They're all, it's the same world, so everything's the same. All the towns are the same name. Everything since Ultima 4. Ultima 4 and up are all in the same exact world. Now Ultima 3 is the same world as Shroud of the Avatar, actually. And Ultima 7 Part 2 is one of the 4 worlds from Ultima 1. So Ultima 1 had 4 worlds in it. One of those 4 worlds was Caesarea. That's the one we're here on, obviously. Another was one of the ones that's used for Serpent's Isle for the Ultima 7 Part 2 game. And then you had another world. Ultima 3 took place in Caesarea, but it was pre the cataclysm that destroyed everything and remapped the whole place. So 4 was when everything got set into stone as one. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Alright, hold on. Ultima 4 is when everything got set in basically the same world for everything. Of course we'd find super hard enemies right at the bottom. Nah, I don't really like that type of humor. I mean, I know they're like really popular, but like I've watched a couple of clips, but I'm not a huge fan of like rage humor, so gosh, I can't hit these things. Just not hitting them at all. What the heck? They're not hitting us either, though. I need to put on a weapon. Maybe that would help. I suppose. Would be a first starter. I'll probably speedrun something at ESA, because ESA is in Sweden. But I'm probably not going to do anything for GDQ anymore because that's in America, and that's like way the heck out of the way for me. It's expensive and really far away. And have no real interest in going there. Oh my gosh. No, not 2 of them. Oh. That's brutal. Not chain bolt. Oh. It's just called ESA. ESA. European Speedrun Association. ESA. Super easy. I don't need to whisper you it. It's literally called ESA. Yep. That's the one. Oh, that was brutal. That was super brutal. We're going to check if this hint had anything on it. I don't remember. It gets deleted, so. Yeah, that was the one that wasn't very useful for us. Alright, well, back to Covetous, I guess, and we're probably gonna die, but that was absolutely brutal. Like, ridiculous. I have a favorite Ultima. I have a set of favorite Ultimas. I like Ultima 6, which is what I'm playing. 4 and 7 and 3. I think 4, 6, and 7 are my favorites. I mean, I like most of them, but those are my favorites, I think. So a third of them are my favorites. 1/3. Here we go again. Oh, this is not good. I don't like it when we get Reapers because the casting of Chain Bolt is just absolutely devastating. And Paralyze as a combo. I'm actually just gonna attack first. Yeah, if you like one of these games, you're likely gonna like quite a few of them. Like, it's not a series in which you generally would only like one game. Alright, so it wasn't here, which means it's into Starred. Well, I mean, I loved Ultima Online. But... I mean, the same is true for Zelda, right? Like, I have 3 Zelda games I would pick as my top 3, but it'd be hard to say which one's my favorite. But I mean, I like a lot of them beyond that too. Top 3 Zelda games are Zelda 2, Zelda 3, which is Link to the Past, and Wind Waker. Those are my top 3 Zelda games. But not in that order. It's just a conglomerate of games I really like. So looking for that Moonstone and Dispel Field. But we know Dispel Field is 3 floors underground, so... I think this is the only spot now that's left that's 3 floors underground, so... Everything else is like 2 or 4 floors. I mean, they're pretty big games, so it is a daunting task to play these. It's not like it's, free, I guess, in terms of... You know what? I'm not gonna deal with using a torch. We'll just walk there in the dark, because I need that energy wand, likely. Though a torch would tell me where the enemies are, and make it easier to dodge them, I suppose. We'll just wing it. Do our best, do our best. Spirit Tracks, what an interesting choice. Oh gosh, here we go with the dogs with the oil again. Oil dogs. I mean, like, I think that's one of my favorite things about Ultima's, Ultima's basically 4+, is that all but one of them, well, I guess, at least in, not all but one, but let's say Ultima's 4, 5, 6, oh gosh, with the freaking oil, 7 don't have bosses. They're bossless games. Or the goal was just become the paragon of goodness, basically. Oh my gosh. No, not the oil. I love Zelda 2. I've probably beaten that game way too many times at this point. I don't even know how many times I've beaten Zelda 2, but it's a lot. It's quite a lot. Map 5. It's another map piece. We haven't gotten too many map pieces though, so. So, there's our bangy person again, who's beating on metal in the middle of the night for no reason. It's just metal banger, smacking away at stuff. Alright, so I was definitely wrong about the only place being 3 floors underground was there. What dungeons do we have? Discard. We have both the items from Discard now. Deceit. I guess it could be Deceit. I actually don't actually know how deep Deceit is. It's kind of a weird, confusing dungeon. Covetous and Wrong we've done now. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna sell some of this stuff. We have so much stuff just to get rid of it all. Okay. Now we can buy some arrows for Buddy in the back. I didn't want those arrows, I wanted to give them to the other person. Oh, good idea. Now the question is, where else is 3 floors underground? We have the hint, the spell field is 3 floors underground, but where else is 3 floors underground? Oh, no? That's not 3 floors. Moonstone of Honor is 3 floors underground. Wait, we have the Moonstone of Honor, don't we? But we have the Moonstone of Honor. I'm following up the wrong clue. We already have that. Charlie Chicken Factory. Only the Moonstone of Spirituality is the one I'm looking for. Which I'm fairly certain we did have a clue for that. is in a sacred place. Oh, doesn't help. So that either means it's at a shrine, or which means we have to find the rune for it first, or it's at King's Tomb in the Gargoyle Lands. So since we don't have any of the runes, let's go to King's Tomb. Might as well follow it up. Maybe it's here. Dispel Field would be really nice right now. It'd be extremely nice to have Dispel Field. We also should buy some spells, huh? Because we've got 2. We've got exactly 2 spells right now. Well, and almost no reagents left, so I guess it would be nice to buy reagents. Be sure it's just that one. Interestingly enough, the switch here, any of these switches, doesn't matter which one you flip, any of them will open the final door. So we don't need to actually be specific about that. They're all wired to the same door. This feels like a switch puzzle, but they all open the same thing. So it's not much of a switch puzzle. Gold. Well, it's not here. Moon logic puzzles. Not really a lot of logic puzzles, I feel like, in Zelda game or in Ultima games in general. Like, I wouldn't describe most of the stuff that happens in these games as logic puzzles. Map 8. Definitely gonna take that. I mean, there probably are. It's hard to say. I've played these games like so many times now that it would be hard for me to describe what puzzles exist as puzzles and which ones. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I honestly couldn't tell you, I don't think, because I don't actually, I don't remember what most of the puzzles would be in these games anymore. There's a bunch of stuff you need to learn, write down, and, like, figure out, and, like, I guess there's languages and stuff you can read, and books, and they'll give you, so there's a lot of puzzles all over the place where they'll, like, give you hints and clues, and you need to figure out the clue and what it's talking about and where to go. I mean, that's basically the whole game. So if that's what you mean by logic puzzle, that's literally the Ultima series. It's all of it. Especially this one in Ultima 7, 6 and 7 are like that's entire. That is the games. Hi, Galar Dragon. Talk to people, read books, figure things out. The game. Why not? Yeah, I mean, even, you're right, Giannis, even the point of this game is mysterious in a way. Like, they don't tell you the ultra bad person that you need to go defeat exists or anything. That's not how the game works. The game starts with things are going bad and we don't know what's happening and we're being attacked, but we don't know why. And we need someone to, like, look into it and figure it out. And then you get on this deep road trying to solve it all. Ultima 7 starts with, there's a murder and everybody blames it on you. and you just showed up in the world, and you're like, what the heck? I'm just here. Why am I here? I don't call those logic puzzles. Those are just point-and-click puzzles. Point-and-click puzzles don't really exist in the Ultima series. I mean, there's a couple, but that's not really how these games work. Well, don't know where the Moonstone of Honor is. Oh, sorry, we have it. We don't know where the spell field is. Wait, don't we have a hint? I swear we had a hint for the spell field. We definitely had a hint for the spell field, and it was... Or am I silly again? Oh my gosh. Oh, Moonstone of Spirituality is what we're, like, looking for. Mein Gott. If I could only remember the one thing we're looking for. It's in a sacred place. That's right, so it's not down there. Yeah. Well, a rune could be down here, though. It's the only place the sacred places left would be things that are unlocked by runes, so we still need the rune anyway, so... There's a rune down here, we need it. Which rune do we not have? We don't have Rune of Valor, Compassion, and Spirituality. And we don't have hints for any of those. What? Why do I not have enough? I must still be missing, like... Oh, no, some of those didn't go to... Dupre, did they? No, okay. I'm still missing, like... We have, like, 114 sulfuric ash. Oh, it's blood moss! I'm like, what am I low on? Because I don't have enough, like, magic. No, Whisper aliens. Extra-dimensional aliens. They even talk about it in this game. If you go talk to a Wisp, they'll tell you that. Oh, this is no good. Of course, we'd find the ultra enemies now. Here they are. The mice are hitting for like... Oh my gosh. We're not gonna make it through this battle. I mean, it's auto mod. Auto mod is always silly. Not dispel magic. Oh my gosh. They're probably dragons or demons in disguise. They have the dragon or demon stats. That's the most likely explanation of what's going on here. But we're good. Rodents of unusual strength. It's the wheel of the randomizer. Hey, look, there's some wisp. Map 2. Funny enough, I think I can talk to one here. Name. Job. Information exchanged between different planes through Zorenia. Britannia has never participated in the extraplanetary exchange of information. The PC version has a lot more dialogue here, but it's not really crucial to the game, so I can see why they cut it down. Okay, so that didn't help. Alright, Axel, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your League gaming. Alright, so... Gosh. It keeps blocking Zog. And because you didn't put space, yours got blocked because you didn't have spaces between coughs. So it thought that was a whole new word. Okay, so where can we go now? Go back to Shane. So go back to Shane, which requires a balloon, so we'll do that. I don't know how I forgot the Dispel Field clue yet again. So I'm gonna go read it for like the umpteenth time. Oh, that's not the Moonstone of Honor is 3/4. Oh yeah, I keep thinking we got a quote, a hint for the Dispel Field. I don't think we did. I think that's the problem. I'm conflating it with yesterday's seed, where we did have a hint for Dispel Field. Don't think we had one for this one. Hot cake. Red potion. Loot player. Loot player's dead. Well, there was nothing here. I mean, it's actually pretty easy to not get offensive names if you actually make a good name generator. If you just string together random characters, yeah, you're gonna have a problem, but you can make a name generator that provides an infinite number of names that won't cause you problems. I've written random name generators for games before, and it's really not that complicated. It doesn't need to be super complicated either. I think if you're doing a randomizer, though, it's much cooler to like name the things after people in the community than it is to try and be clever with like name generators and stuff. Oh my gosh, why is it like blocking all the terms? Like, how was that blocked? It was just the word put. It was just the word put. It's literally nothing offensive about the word put. Rune of Compassion. Oh, hey, there's our sacred place, I bet. Hey, ghost. Well, you're in my way. That's a friendly ghost, you can talk to them. They have story points. Alright, well... guess we'll go here. Autobots on a reign of terror. Kinda is. Oh yeah, I need to rest here. Can't kill Quentin again. Kill Quentin and kill the other person who runs the winery. They get in your way there during the daytime. During the daytime, it's the person who runs the winery that gets in your day. During the night, it's the ghost that gets in the way. Blood moss, please. A bunch of that. Actually, more than that. Just give me more. Yes. Sleep is useful. Fireball's useful. Explosion's useful. Paralyze useful. Why not? Buy them all. Give me them all. Alright, now we can go to the Shrine of Compassion. Shrine of Compassion, which might give us the last Moonstone, but we still don't have the spell field, so it's not going to do us any good. Like, we need the spell field. That's the Shrine of Honesty. Wrong shrine. Wrong shrine. I guess we can go to Swamp Cave. Would be our next cave to go to. Chainmail. So we got this, and we did it. I said Swamp Cave, right? Swamp Cave is to the east of here. Swamp Cave. We could also do the bottom of, well, it wouldn't be there. The spell field would not be at the bottom of Treasure Cave, because that is blocked by the spell. By fields, by magic fields, so... The spellbook is a scan, they sell you the covers and the pages separately. Welcome to Swamp Cave. Apparently there's a bunch of beggars hanging around here. Let's see how it goes. Swamp Cave. I like that mushroom in Swedish is svamp. SV. Imp. SVAMP. Svamp. Let's all go to Swamp Cave. Let's all go to Swamp Cave. One day we'll find the spell field and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Oh, there it is! Yeah! Alright. That's super awesome. And now we know that Nicodemus is out because Nico is. We know the last moonstone is in a sacred place. Okay, we don't know it's out actually. I just realized it's a silly statement because the sacred place could be Rune of Spirituality or the Rune of Honor, or sorry, the Rune of Valor. So we're still blocked on those two. So actually, could be either of those could have what we need, so I can't actually say for certain where. We just know that it is in a sacred place. I think the only sacred places left to check are shrines. So, since the only sacred place left are shrines, we need to find runes to unlock shrines. We don't know where the runes are. We don't have any hints for the runes we're missing. So, just have to look for the runes and then check the shrines when we find them. We do have 3 runes to find though. Nico has 2 checks, so Nico's actually pretty good to check, I suppose. Swamp Cave is one of the biggest. It's like bigger than most of the dungeons in the game. It's huge. Like, it's absolutely ginormous. Oh no, 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 it's those rat things. Oh, it's over. They're gonna end us. Okay, I have a plan. I can cast invisibility on all of us. And we'll just walk past them. Somewhat. Wait, I just realized, oh yeah. It won't last for long, but it should be long enough to get past these things. It will start breaking, yeah, see how fast it breaks now? This is hard mode for invisibility, so that wasn't it. Oh my gosh, you have a bunch of stuff. Alright, black potion, blood wash, yes. Sword, no. Spider silk, yes. Night shield, yes. Mind drake, yes. Alright. It was not in Swamp Cave. And Dupre's magic just worn off. See how long mine lasts. And it's gone. Hard mode invisibility. Hard mode items basically makes invis and regen break super fast. So you can't rely on them to skip the whole game. But you can rely on them to get at you out of clutch situations. Things are going to be pretty tough, you know? So. Can go here. I want to see. I wonder if the Gargoyle Museum is considered a sacred place. I don't remember. I mean, I mowed all the hints, but I don't remember. I'd have to check the code. I don't think it is. I think it's just shrines, but and the tombs, shrines and tombs. I think. I'm like just every time I move now, you can hear my feet like just ungluing from the chair, which like because it's like I'm just so hot, and like the chair is like I'm just stuck to it now. It's really unfortunate. Okay, so it wasn't here. Nico's house. Let's go to Nico. Alright, where have we not done? We haven't done Treasure Cave, obviously, so that should be one of our next checks. So let's do that after this. Treasure Island? Wait, no. Treasure Island won't... Oh, we have Dispel Field now. That's actually a very likely to be in Treasure Island, and since we have Dispel Field now. that is very high chance that that is where we need to go. I mean, it's just 5 checks there. I mean, 5 items. Good probability that one of the things left in the game that we need is located in one of those 5 items, so. Nico stays up pretty late, huh? Swamp Boots. Rune of Valor. You. Spell. Anything useful? Sleep is useful. Protection, sure, why not? Never gonna reach that level, so let's go out and go to Shrine of Valor. Already had protection, so that was a waste of money, but it doesn't matter. No, don't attack me! Oh, what? That thing did 149 damage in one hit. I have 150 life. It basically nearly one-shot me. Here's map 7. Holy heck. That hit hard. That hit really hard. Oh, why did I do that? Oh. Flying through the ocean in the dark. Hope we don't pass our island, because I can't see anything. Oh, wouldn't that be kind of annoying? Fly right past the island, because we can't see it. Oh, there it is. I thought I had lined up properly, and I did, so. Alright. How did you end up with those? Nope. There we go. We are capped on weight here, so what can we give to someone else? I don't need the boat anymore, so you probably can carry that. Great light. Gold, ring of invisibility, got a sword, gold. I don't want a regular sword, no! Holy heckles. So this place has 5 items. I think it's 5. If it's not, it's 4, but I'm pretty sure it's 5. I should know all of this, but, you know, it's hard to remember all the tiny, tiny little specifics everywhere in the game. Especially when there's a lot of information going around, so it can be easy to forget if it's one number off or not. I believe it's 5 checks though. I'm pretty sure. Where else have we not been? What other caves have we not? Have we been in every cave at this point? I feel like we've been in every cave except for this one. So maybe the last cave to go to now. I think we've been in every other cave. The only other place we can really check now that would make sense to check would be Stonegate, I think, and the Lyceum. The Lyceum and Stonegate have item checks we can do now based on the Dispel Field unlock we've gotten. So, oops. Farmer's dead. Combat hasn't been too bad here this time. It's a little more tough, but hasn't been too bad. The rats, when we run into them, are like super bad. We've gotten fairly lucky that they're not spawning everywhere. I mean, they could literally have been outside of the gates of the castle. They could have been that common. I just realized we haven't checked the chest directly under Lord British's castle. There's literally a chest right at the start of the game that we could have got under the castle. And I have yet to check it. Oh my gosh. I mean, most people use checklists for this sort of thing or that, whatever. I'm just going off memory, so it's no surprise that I forgot it. But we will go pick that up too after we get these, because it should be relatively, I mean, it's one check, so it's probably not going to be anything useful, but who knows? There's a lot of demons down here, but they seem pretty chill, so nothing too scary there. Oh my gosh, we haven't checked the bank. We haven't done the bank. There's 3 items at the bank right at the start. I've skipped like so many items at the start. Glass sword. Oh no, not with the children. Don't attack us. Oh, we can't attack them when they're through walls. So, like, you end up in this situation where you can't fight them. Oh, Dupre can kill them through walls. Morning stars. Forget about that. Go Dupre. Kill those kids through that wall. Nuggets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5 checks down here. There was nothing down here. Nothing. This was pointless. Absolutely pointless. Okay. So then I mentioned a couple checks that we can do. For instance, the one directly below Lord British. Just right in the sewer next to Ducky. It's actually in Ducky's room. So let's go check Ducky's room. Key B. Yeah, I mean, Morning Stars attack 2 tiles away, so they can attack through walls with Morning Stars, which is interesting. Oh my gosh, these bats are obnoxious. I want to get through the door, but they're just, look at them, they're flooding through the door. I can't get, I was hoping there'd be like one bat that we had to kill, but no, we've got to kill like an army of door bats. So many door bats. Kill those kids to that wall, the speedrun avatar. It's robbing a bank for the greater good. Yeah. I mean, we don't actually have to steal the stuff. We just need to break the door open. It's not like we're stealing the things, we're just breaking the doors down. But we did just get our last map piece, so it could be Homer that gives it to us anyway, so... So I'm actually gonna go there now. So go talk to Homer since we have the map. 8 map pieces now. Hi Alex the hot dog. This is Ultima 6. Ported from the DOS to the SNES. Ultima 6 on the Super Nintendo. It's basically one of the founding games from the Ultima series that led eventually to things like the Elder Scrolls series with Skyrim and stuff. If it wasn't for these games, those games would not be what they are. And this is a randomized version, which I created the randomizer, so... Banks are evil. F them. It's probably not that wrong, actually. Just a black potion was useless. Alright, let's go rob the bank then. Bank round what time it is. And if nothing else, we can rob the bank. Get our explosives ready. Stay out of the way of the explosion. And magically unlock all the chests. We got Rune of Spirituality, Last Sword, and Energy Wand. Well, Rune of Spirituality is quite useful, so let's use that. Oh, we've already done the Rune of Valor too, right? I'm pretty sure we did that and turned it in, so... There it is, finally! Oh my gosh. We did it. We got the last moonstone. Holy heck, that took way longer than expected to do. Now. It was in a sacred place. We could have had that earlier too had we remembered the bank. We would have had that like an hour ago. Oh lordy. Had we just robbed the bank sooner? Saving the world really did depend on robbing a bank. In this case, it actually did. Plate mail. Oh, that means the drakes are wearing plate mail. If they drop equipment, it's the equipment they're wearing and using. So in this case, these drakes are equipped with plate mail. And daggers, apparently. Just daggers. So I'm getting the gargoyle password now. The 3 gargoyle shrines we need to do. So we need that to talk to the magic giant stone Dorito, which is the gargoyle shrine singularity. We died doing this shrine earlier. Someone just downstairs screaming obscenities extremely loud in the street. There's a bar down there, so they're probably just drunk. And the last shrine. Shrine of Passion. Oof, oof. Oh gosh. No. I was. Oh, it's hilarious. Like, went up here to like, oh, what? The zoo flower was hitting for 40. I wasn't expecting just out of nowhere the zoo flower to just come in and just absolutely nuke our party. Holy heck. Alright, let's go back. It's not what I was expecting. It's up there, I can see it. Just hanging out. No, what I discovered is that in this version it's just called the zoo flower for some reason in this version. It is the Tanglevine in the PC version, but it was named to the zoo flower in this version, which I think has a, but for because zoo means sleep, so sleep flower. Zoo in the game is the magic for sleep. And so because of that, we discovered that this was the flower or the Tanglevine. It's the central part of the Tanglevine. But it wasn't in the game. It was just a broken glitch graphic and we fixed it. With the help of Binary Split, we fixed that one. But they helped me revive, I suppose, the Silver Serpent. I suppose I revived this one, so I guess they helped the Silver Serpent part. And done. There we go, finally. That was a beast! Oh, I'm just sticking to my chair. No, it's not that it wasn't called the Zoo Flower here. It literally didn't exist at all in the game. It was an unfinished sprite. We had to finish it and give it a new graphic. It was like half implemented and didn't exist anywhere. You could only spawn one through like debug stuff, but you couldn't actually get it to. So, but when you spawned it, it was called a Zoo Flower, and it cast sleep, and it had the same stats as the Zoo Flower. So, but they just never finished implementation. Any of the ones that had like the growy vines for the Tangle Vine, I can understand why they didn't include that. And then the serpent, because of its snaky bits with all the sprites, I can see why they didn't include that. We've made compromises to get them back in the game, but they both exist. So. But that's it. Thank you for the GGs. Thank you, Oak1. Thank you, Andrian. Thank you, Gala. Thank you, Giannis. Thank you, Scotty. That was a pretty good test, and we didn't have any issues at all today. None. And I think we checked practically every location. Not all. We didn't check the Lyceum. There's a couple that we didn't check. We checked a lot of locations. I'm going to do some extra checks afterwards just to make sure everything's good. And check my spoiler logs and everything against this to make sure that it printed out the right information to you. I download them for every one of them just in case we need it. If it gets, it is in development. Something could go wrong, like yesterday. But it looks like everything's fixed, so the bug we encountered yesterday is no more. So, yeah, looking pretty good. Thank you for the bits, thank you. And thank you for the GG that I will read. Yeah, it's quite fun. Quite fun. So the version up on GitHub currently is 0.6c. And this will be version 0.6d. I'll probably release it because why not? It doesn't look like there's going to be causing any issues. So I'll push this up either tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow considering it's almost 1 AM here. And I don't want to be pushing code at 1 AM, so I'll probably just do it in the morning. But then I'll put the new version up. And as always, if you do play this, version, Randomizer, please tell me or send me a video so I can see the video. And I will put you in the credits, because that's still a thing. Yeah, good coding tips. Don't push new code at 1 AM. Yeah. Probably a good idea. I'm sure I would miss something. So. But yep, thank you.